Nau mai haere mai, ki te whenua hokuwhetu ki te karowe karapu o Manawatu, I roto I te papa aia. Welcome to this, the Brian Green Property Group Super 6's here at the Hokuwhetu Golf Course, Manawatu Golf Club, deep in the heart of Palmerston North. Kia ora, my name is Phil Taturangi and it's my pleasure to bring you all the final day action of this, the opening tournament on the 2021 Jenny & Holmes Charles Tour. Now in its 17th season, the Jenny & Holmes Charles Tour has been a staple on the New Zealand golf calendar. It started out with just a couple of events back in the early 2000s, and this year we have 8 events that the players will be contesting. Earlier this week I caught up with Dave Mangan, the General Manager of Karowe Aotearoa Golf New Zealand and the Tournament Director here this week to talk us through the role that these events play for Golf New Zealand.
Yeah, well, Golf New Zealand sees their Jenny & Holmes Charles Tour as a very important pathway, not only for our elite amateurs, but also our rookie professionals. What we're trying to do here is replicate what the players are going to experience when they take that next level and they're playing in professional tournaments overseas. So replicating 72-hole stroke play events, all the unique format like what we've got this week, having pro-ams on the Wednesday, and just, like I said, replicating that experience that they're going to get when they go to Australia, Asia and further afield, so they're ready to really, win on the world stage. For our leading amateurs, it is a big step up from playing in their districts and playing alongside the likes of Josh Geary, Mike Hendry, and in a few weeks' time alongside Ryan Fox. So when they can get used to doing that in a home environment, when they do take that next step and travel overseas, they'll be comfortable, and we expect them to do really well. We've got a unique one for the players this week, and I think a very exciting one as well. The first 3 days is pretty straightforward. We play 54 holes of stroke play, but we're looking for those leading 24 players who will get to play only 6 holes tomorrow. They're playing 6-hole stroke play matches against each other to try and find our winner on Sunday afternoon. They'll tee off on the 10th hole. They'll play 10, 12, 1, 4, 5 and come down 18. Because they are stroke play matches, all the matches will go to the 18th hole. So yeah, it is your score against par rather than normal match play. So yeah, every match will finish here on 18, and fingers crossed a few of them will be tied, because if they are, they'll walk off the 18th green behind us. They'll walk to in front of all the fans that we'll have watching, and they're going to play a 96-metre shot to the second green, and that's our special little shootout hole. We're playing this week for $70,000 in prize money, and that's really put down to the very generous support of Brian Green. So one of the highest prize purses that we have on the Jenny & Holmes Charles Tour.
So that's the format that will decide our champion at day's end. Through the first 3 days, however, everyone's chasing this man. 22-year-old Marae Nui Golf Club member Mark Thompson shot rounds of 64, 66 and 68 to shoot 15 under par. However, he is caught by Kerry Mountcastle. The Sparky from Carterton would shoot a Saturday 62, 9 under par was good enough for a course record and take the number 1 seed. Kazuma Kobori continues his hot form this summer. Dongwoo Kang joining him at 13 under par. All 8 players in the first page of the leaderboard would get a bye on Sunday morning. Karen Koo, one of 2 women to make it to the Sunday's final, and Sam Ahn would grab the 24th and final spot, courtesy of a 4-man playoff. Alongside me this week is a former New Zealand representative and someone with some experience here at Hokuwhetu, Hannah-Ray Seifert. Nice to have you along, Hannah-Ray.
Yeah, it's awesome to be back here. Some cool family ties from this golf course for me, and of course, have played around here many a times in a match play format.
Brings back some fond memories. It's a parkland design here at Hokuwhetu. It's hosted numerous championships. What sets up so well around this golf course for tournaments?
Yeah, it's been an awesome event to have both the women and the men playing the same event, and it lends itself really well to find that kind of neutral medium so that the girls can compete against the guys. And I've spoken to numerous players today, and their description of the course is lush.
They've got a lot of irrigation on those areas of the golf course that haven't got it. You can certainly see that from above. Yep. We've changed gears now. We had 3 days of stroke play. We've had some matches this morning. But talk to me about the mindset change from playing 18 holes of stroke play to playing 6 holes of match play.
Yeah, sure. I mean, 6 holes, it's an absolute sprint when you compare it to a traditional stroke play tournament. It's match play with a twist, of course, because it's still stroke play match play. So every shot counts. A double is going to hurt you. It's not like you have a bit of a mare on a hole, you can't walk away and forget it. It comes with you. So it's it's you need to be aggressive, but maybe not too much.
So as we roll on into the match play, this is what the draw would look like. A couple of notable results here, and Jimmy Hyde, the amateur champion, knocked out in the round of 16, as was Lockie McDonald from just up the road in Martin. Mark Brown, the experienced European Tour player, would have to give way to the 19-year-old Kabori from Canterbury. The quarterfinals would be decided here at the last, with Mountcastle making yet another birdie. His game way too much for Jordan Loof, and their match would end with an awkward handshake. Cam Harlock, well, he's home from college in Texas, and making birdies on the last 2 holes was enough for him to come back from being down and see off Sam Jones from Taranaki. Kazuma Kabori, well, he continues to make a stack load of birdies this summer. This another one at the last. And his game was too much for Tyler Hodge, the caddy from up at Taraiti. And the last spot would be booked in the semi-finals by Josh Geary. A tap-in here at the last would see the 36-year-old see off Markor Thompson, the National Academy member. So let's pick up all the action from those semi-finals with the players walking to the tee at the 18th.
Gary Mountcastle with a 2-shot lead, playing a 6th and final hole of this first semi-final. 320 metres. Most of the players driving it up right in front of the green here this week.
310 to the front of the green here, 310.
And that one hitting at that fairway bunker just about 20 metres short of the green. And Harlock, who found himself 2 down with 2 to play this morning and managed to finish birdie and make his way into the semi-final, looking for a little magic here on the last hole. That one's heading a pretty direct line. Okay, Hannah Ray, back on the tee. We said that we needed something just a little bit special for Cam Harlock to get back in it. He's driven it right on the front edge of the green, and Kerry Mountcastle's found this fairway bunker.
Yeah, 40 metres to the pin for Kerry here. Toughest shot in golf, they say.
He's played it well. Superb.
I think the crowd applause says it all.
Okay, Hannah Ray finds himself 2 back, but he's driven it right on the front edge of the green here on this par 4.
He sure has, and it's not an unfamiliar position for Cam. He's been here a few times this week. He's been in 2 playoffs already today. Can he force a third?
So just outside of 60 feet. Right, Mountcastle with a 2-shot lead and just 4 metres away for birdie here at 18. Might be good enough. And it will be.
Yeah.
Mountcastle books his spot in the final. Okay, on the tee, Kazuma Kabori finds himself 1 behind. And that one heading left, Hannah Ray.
And yeah, another good shot there. He's left himself a good angle for that back right pin.
Okay, the wily old veteran, well, it seems that way, at least in this field. Josh Geary going with driver here at the last. 1 up on Kabori. In actual fact, it was less than driver, Hannah Ray. It's Shreward also heading down the left-hand side.
Very similar line there, really. He's again left himself a good shot into that back right pin. Game on. It's all going to come down to the wedge game.
37 metres for Geary. Ideal angle. Nice touch. Zuma Kabori coming off a victory last week down at Dunedin in the South Island Amateur. Didn't shoot more than 65 over the 4 rounds down there.
What can he do here? Needs something special.
He needs to get it up and down at the very least. We took it in a little low, there was no nip on it. Wouldn't this put a cat amongst the pigeons if this went in?
He tried.
Certainly tracking. So Kapuri taps in for his par here at the last. He finishes the 6 holes in the semi-final at 1 under par. So Geary now for a birdie at the last. And he finishes in style. Josh Geary, 3 under par in his semi-final. He defeats Kazuma Kabori and books his spot in the final. We've found our 2 finalists now. After all the matches this morning, we've got 2 players left standing. A wily old veteran, can I say that? 36 years of age, but very experienced in Josh Geary. And we've got Kerry Mountcastle, who has had some success in the Charles Tour events, looking to collect his 2nd victory today. Yeah, it's going to be really, really interesting. Some serious experience, shall we say, for Josh. Perhaps you prefer that description, but yeah, I mean, he's been around these events. He would have played this course many times, but so has Kerry, and Kerry is on form. He's really on form. He's made a lot of birdies. He's shooting darts out there, so it's going to be a really good matchup. Yeah, he shot 62 yesterday to grab the number 1 seed heading into the match play today. He's made plenty of birdies already in his matches thus far this morning. We'll have a look at the action coming up. 6 holes of Super 6 match play. And it's finals time. Here we are. We've got Kerry and we've got Josh. It's been a big week, but we're finally here. The final 2. Kerry, how are you feeling?
A little bit tired actually, but feeling really confident and just enjoying it out here.
It's only 6, so 6 more to go. Super 6's. It is the 2020 of golf, if you like. Quick, I know you've got your finalist here with you, but does the game plan change, or is it same as all week?
Same 6 holes today, obviously, so kind of the same plan's been going pretty well so far. That's why I'm here, I guess. So stick with that and hopefully get the same result.
Awesome, the final Super 6. Let's go.
So first on the tee will be Kerry Mountcastle. 10th hole's 372 metres, opting just to take an iron from the tee. Fairway finder. .36-year-old from Tauranga. Josh Geary also going with less than driver, just a 3-wood here. Tight little draw that should find the short grass. Here we go, Hannah, right?
Here we go. Kerry is in. He's got 124 into the pin here. They're both in prime real estate. Crispy lies, and he's got 124 here to the pin. The only real danger is kind of long left.
Josh taking the 3-wood, well, it's about 40 metres further up the fairway, leaving him just with a flick with a sandwich.
Yeah, about 91 metres here for Geary. A bit of pressure on after, got Kerry throwing darts at this pin today, so Let's see if Gary can match it.
So I've talked about it all day with these 6-hole matches. Hannah Ray, it's important to get off to a fast start. Josh first to putt from underneath the hole here.
Yeah, time to put the pressure on early. It's a good chance here.
Flat stick hasn't always been Josh's friend throughout his career. Great ball striker, wonderful short game. And again, just confirming the format here, it's stroke play, match play. So everything's putted out, there are no gimmies, and they'll play all 6 holes in this final. Now Kerry Mountcastle, after shooting 62 yesterday to take the number 1 seed, and makes an early birdie to go 1 up after 1. Kerry Mountcastle going with driver here. This is a drivable par 4. Semi-finally hooked it way left down the 10th fairway. This one on a pretty nice line, Hannah Ray.
Yeah. Straight down the guts there. He's got a great look at eagle, Phil.
Actually made the putting surface. Mountcastle not one of the longest in the field here, but certainly feeling it early. Now Josh very quickly finds himself 1 behind, needing to answer the call.
Another high bomb there for Gary. Josh, it's a fast and furious format. Are you traditionally match play fan or like the stroke play?
I like the match play. We don't get to play much as pros these days, so it's kind of nice when we get the chance to. So I'm a big fan of the format, and it's pretty intense, which is good.
Yeah, and it's awesome that we've obviously got so many Ginny and Home Charles Tour events this year. I mean, how does a pro like yourself plan for a year like 2021?
It's a bit tough with all the overseas travel kind of up in the air a bit, so just kind of get the game sharp and play the events I can, and then hopefully everything becomes a bit clearer soon, I guess. It's kind of hard to know.
Yeah, totally, fingers crossed. Well, I think pin high up there and high bomb over the tree. Pretty happy with that?
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, I've missed it left and right the last couple of times, so it's nice to get one online.
Awesome. Well, I'll leave you to it. Good luck.
Okay, Gary finds himself 1 behind, popped it through the bunker and has himself, well, in a holeable chipping position.
Oh, he's got magic short game.
Wonderful touch. Kerry. This for eagle on the par 4. That one could have done with a little bit more Vegemite on the toast this morning. So Mountcastle to 2 under after 2.
Quick start.
Gary now to keep pace. So Josh goes to 1 under, remains one behind through 2 holes. The Hokiwhitu Golf Course here at the Manawatu Golf Club is the oldest in New Zealand. Started in 1895 and has hosted some of our most prestigious championships. 5 New Zealand Opens have been played here, and in fact the last one that was played here, our own golfing night. So Bob Charles captured his 4th national title. A couple of days ago I managed to catch up with a couple of people who have helped create and are continuing both of those legacies.
Members here are really proud of the fact that it's the oldest golf course in New Zealand. They're very proud of the fact that the first tee and the 18th green are in the same place since 1895. So they're very, very proud and aware of that. The golf course itself is very tight, as you know. It's not particularly long, but it's very windy. So it's extremely punishing if you're just a little bit offline. So we've been lucky enough to have one of the best left-handed females ever to play the game in New Zealand working in our pro shop. So even that, and some of the kids will look up at Lisa and go, wow, so all that stuff's fantastic.
There's probably not too many members still left here today that were here way back when I was playing my elite golf for a number of reasons. There's a few now that play senior 9-hole golf. Lovely dear ladies that still come in with a few stories and memories of back then. But even the new ones, I mean, the club has produced century books and 125th year books, which are really special, and they have a lot of history in them. So the members do know a lot of that past history, even if they weren't here back then.
It's not an easy course to play around here, and if there's any wind at all around here, it becomes much more testing. They don't build turbos on hills around here for no other reason. But I mean, the thing is that the membership are proud to host events here as well. I mean, we've got a lot of business people involved within our club. It's absolutely unique, this place.
Well, before we rejoin the final, let's take a wee look at the playoff for 3rd. Cam Harlock came to the last after birdieing the first 5 holes. This for 6 in a row. It would just slide on by. Kazuma Kobori continues to make birdies. That one at the last had him to 3 under par. However, a par was good enough for Harlock, Cam Harlock, the member at the Royal Auckland and Grange Golf Club, to take out the 3rd. Let's rejoin our finalists on the tee at the 4th.
Okay, the halfway point in this final. Kerry Mountcastle, birdie par through the opening 3 holes. Now comes to the par 3, 133 metres.
Conditions much the same as the semi, so he's pulled 9 again.
He's leaning like he's lost it to the right, but about 6 inches right. Wonderful short iron from the man that carries a 1-shot lead.
Loves throwing darts, does Kerry.
Now can Josh respond?
Josh has got a wedge in his hands. Let's see. Ooh.
Couple of sparkling short irons in here, Hannah Ray. Kerry will be first away.
Gary certainly responded there.
As he did in the semi-final, had a close range birdie opportunity, that to go to 3 under through 4 holes. He settles for the par 3.
If this was traditional match play, Phil, is Gary's good here?
Might be just outside the friendly zone, Hannah Ray, but I like your charity.
Asking the question.
Great opportunity here now for Josh. And taking a couple of looks at this one.
This is huge.
You got a little read on that, Hannah Ray?
I think it's trickling right, Phil, but it's not much.
Greens have been a credit to the green staff here this week. Been in fantastic shape. this to draw even with 2 to play. He makes it to 2 under par.
Kerry, it's heating up.
It sure is. It's gone quite tight now.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting finish for sure. Now, you've got Momoko on your bag this week. Her play of recently must have been pretty inspiring, and is that making an impact on your golf as well?
Yeah, seeing her do so well kind of makes me want to do better with my golf, because I really don't like losing, and losing to her isn't very fun either.
Fair enough, and we actually obviously had the women in the field this week. How has that been, having the play against the ladies?
It's been good. I played with Tara in the first 2 rounds and then Karen yesterday, and this course was quite even in terms of setup, and yeah, it's a good test, and it's nice to have everyone playing against each other.
Totally. Well, I'll leave you to it, and all the best for the final 2.
Decisions, Hannah Ray.
Yeah, Josh is taking a little while over this one. He's got about 200 to the pin, but it's sitting a little bit down. It's downhill lie, a bit of down breeze. He's got a few things to consider here, but it looks like he's made this decision.
Looks to be a 6 iron. Heading at the middle of the green. Now, wonderful play from the experienced Challenge Tour player. Game Mountcastle after a rotten bounce into the trees on the right hand side. He is 20 metres closer, just outside of 200. He's going to require a low trajectory with a little bit of left to right on it. Ball's lying cleanly. Clipped a couple of branches and heading towards that bunker and found the sand. Okay, how quickly things have changed here, Hannah Ray.
The tables have turned indeed, and not an easy shot here, but he hit a good one of these earlier in the day, so 36 metres. What can he do?
It's an awkward distance. But you're right, he's played it nicely and got just a little unlucky. Landed right on the fringe and didn't release as much as he would have expected. So Geary now, after a wonderful mid-iron out of the rough, finding this par 5 and 2. There's just one hole to play after this one. If this was to go down, it would be pivotal.
Oh, gave it a run.
He sure did. And we'll have to throw a mark on that one.
Yeah, Philly's lucky he didn't catch that slope off the back there.
Yeah, nasty hole location. So Mountcastle for a scrambling birdie to get to 3 under par. And it stays out.
Yeah, he felt that one.
Did get a good look at it as it went past the hole with the eagle attempt, so this for a one-shot lead heading up the last hole. Well done. To the final hole, the 18th here at Hokowhitu. Josh Geary with a one-shot lead, and he has done throughout this finals days, taking 3 wood. That one heading down the left-hand side. It's on a direct line.
Yeah, that's a good shape there. That's good.
Geary hasn't found himself down much of this final day. Now trailing by 1 and going with the big stick. That one heading right at the left front edge of the green.
That's a front left-hand bunker for Kerry there, so bit of work to do yet.
It'll come down to their short game once again. Okay, Josh Geary, 1-shot lead, and he's left his tee shot in a familiar position, Hannah.
Yeah, deja vu for Gary here.
Come up just a little shy.
Still a bit of work to do. Leaves it open.
320 metre final hole here at Manawatu Golf Club. Kerry Mountcastle just a little short of hole high and in the sand again, Hannah.
Yeah, the door's open here. The ball's sitting good. Plenty of green to work with.
Ah, nicely done.
Oh, game on.
So after falling behind in the opening hole, Josh Geary has made up some ground here, Hannah, and if he makes this, it's game over.
It's game over. This is to win it, Phil. It's pretty flat for Geary. He's got about 15 feet, but like you say, this is it. This could be it. Could be left edge. He's having a good look, but it's all about the speed here.
We've had a number of players putt from this location throughout the course of the day. We haven't seen many go down.
Well, if there's a time to do it.
How did it stay out? A blade of grass keeps it out for Josh Geary, and the door is ajar for Kerry Mountcastle to take this to extra holes.
Yep, that putt just did not break there for Josh, so Kerry's turn, and it should be left edge, but again, there's not much in it.
Yeah, take the break right out of it and knock it back in. And he does. We're going to overtime in the Super 6's. So 5 rounds of match play was not enough to decide our champion. We've gone to overtime, and Kerry Mountcastle will have the honour.
He's got a 58 degree here, lobby.
.94 metres, and this is on a pretty good line.
It's about 15 feet there.
So Kerry's applied a little bit of pressure. Now Josh stepping in 94 metres to this hole.
It's a pitch and putt competition here now, Phil.
Geary driving it a little bit lower and just a little shy.
It'll be a putt off. Yeah, it's got certainly, uphill, left to right, to be honest, up there. Could get away from him if he gets too aggressive on this one.
Okay, so it'll be Gary first away from just inside of 30 feet. No point in leaving it short at this stage of the proceedings. Taps in for his 3. Mountcastle now for the victory. And he makes it. Kerry Mountcastle is your 2021 Brian Green Property Group Super 6's champion. The second Jenny and Holmes Charles Tour victory.
Josh, not the exact outcome you were after, but a bit of a funny one because you still come out on top and when it comes to professionals.
Yeah, obviously to come all that way and to lose on the last was pretty hard to take, but yeah, I guess I get first professional prize, which is always a nice consolation after a tough loss.
Yeah, definitely, and not only coming down to the last, but a playoff hole, and the first time you kind of had a look at that hole today, almost a pitch and putt finish of sorts.
Yeah, and unfortunately my wedge play wasn't that great today, so I was kind of between clubs as well, so a bit of a niggly one, but Kerry, obviously those last 2 putts he made, it was a well-deserved winner.
Yeah, and we obviously had a chat to you earlier when you were playing, and obviously this year's a bit hard to plan, but will we see you in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, at this stage, Paraparaumu is the next one, so I'm looking forward to that. Great golf course, and it's just nice being able to compete, obviously, with what the world's going through, so very appreciative of any event on right now, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's it, and well, let's hope the alert levels go our way, and we'll see you again in a couple of weeks. Wow, Kerry, that certainly went down to the wire. Congratulations. You hadn't played any playoff holes all week, or today for the matches, but today is a pretty special one to finish on.
Yeah, it's pretty special. I don't think either of us had seen the hole today, so to be able to come away with the win in the first playoff hole was really nice.
Yeah, you said you're a little bit tired teeing off the first round of the final, but you've obviously pulled through pretty well.
Yeah, a bit of adrenaline and just a bit of in the moment kind of thing, and yeah, managed to get through.
Yeah, awesome. So this is your second Jenny and Holmes Charles Tour win, and what's next for you? There's obviously a few more this year. Are they on the cards?
Yeah, so this is my second one that I've managed to get the win at. I'm playing in the New Zealand stroke play is the next one. Not sure about the rest of them as I've committed to working full time nowadays, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, time management must be pretty good fitting in all that practice because you found a bit of form with a 62 yesterday.
Yeah, so I've been trying to practice after work as much as I can, and it's clearly showing off.
Well, thanks, Hannah Ray, and congratulations to Kerry Mountcastle from just over the hill in Masterton, picking up his second Jenny and Holmes Charles Tour victory. It's been a fantastic week here. I take back all of the things I've said about the Palmerston North weather. Absolutely perfect conditions and wonderful golf to boot. We'll be back here with all the action from the Renaissance Brewing New Zealand Stroke Play Championship at New Zealand's finest links at Paraparaumu Beach in just a few weeks. Until then, hei kone rā.